No, where it says crime combating operations.
Oh, yes.
Yes. It says we are also involved in crime combating operations with CAT Security Services, together with other security services that are committed in crime fighting around the city. Now, what document governed that relationship which allowed you to be involved in crime combating operations with CAT services?
There's no document, but I've said, Commissioner, operational on the ground members are working with these members and everything, but there's no formal document.
There's no formal document. Yes. And then on the next page, you continue, you say, CAT Security Services is assisting EMPD.
It's page 90.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
By providing additional technology. What is that technology that CAT Protection Services was providing to EMPD?
It was not yet implemented, you see, but we were promised that they will assist us in terms of tracking and tracing the wanted suspects. In fact, we are working with other companies, like, for example, the digital where you are parking a car, we are able to detect cars that are moving. And it tells you, no, this is a stolen.
Commissioner, my question was what document? Either there's a document or there's no document. So what document governed that relationship?
I've said there's no document.
There's no document.
Yes.
And then my next question was, what is the technology that was being provided? And you can say there was no technology that was being provided.
There was no technology yet, yes.
So why do you say that CAT Security is providing technology? Why do you not say in the future they might do so?
I think it's my English.
It bothers me. It bothers me because you were asked to give reasons why you should not be suspended in 2023. And you were asked to explain EMPD's relationship with CAT services, CAT Security Services, which means in this document, you were describing the relationship that was existing. You were not talking about things that were to happen or might happen in the future. And what you are describing here is quite serious because it suggests that although there was no written document between EMPD and CAT Security Services, CAT was in fact doing crime fighting together with EMPD. And the only way they could have done that is because you gave them permission to do so, because you are the one who brought them to EMPD.
On that, I agree.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Controversial Podcast. In today's episode, we'll be talking about this clown called Julius Mkhwanazi. The suspended EMPD acting chief, Julius Mkhwanazi, was working at the Ekurhuleni municipality. I just want to say I'm very disappointed in the ANC, the African National Congress, but at the same time I'm not surprised. It's the ANC after all, because it's them who recruited this Julius Mkhwanazi. In his testimony, he admitted that he didn't get along with the River Spice. I'm talking about the former deputy chief of the EMPD who appeared at the Madlanga Commission about 2 weeks ago. And he said the reason why they didn't get along is because River Spice knew that he's an ANC comrade. He knew that this guy is from ANC and he doesn't have qualifications. He's just there because of cadre deployment, nothing else. When he spoke about his qualification, I did not hear him mentioning matric. I don't know whether I heard it wrong. He only spoke about the training that he received when he was joining the municipality. So the municipality doesn't have a requirement that if you want to be the EMPD officer, you need to at least have a matric. I think that's their basic requirement. So I don't know how Julius Mkhwanazi escaped that. Whether you want to work for SAPS, want to be officers from the municipality, at least the minimum requirement, you should have matric. So it is a shame that somebody would hold such a higher position, doesn't have grade 12. We're not saying you should have a degree or diploma or anything. At least hold a matric certificate. It is such a shame. I don't want to lie. This guy is just a criminal. In my view, the evidence that has been brought up in that commission, Julius Mkonas is just another criminal from the African National Congress. Let's just put it that way. He was busy there lying, he was sweating, couldn't stop drinking water. He was panicking because he knew that he was going to be exposed. He couldn't handle Justice Matlanga. He couldn't handle that guy. Every time when he was asking questions, oh my God, he'd be so scared. He'd be panicking and doing all that stuff because he knows that I don't have lawyers. His ANC people didn't even provide him with a lawyer, at least, because they're responsible for Julius Mkhwanazi. They didn't even bother. They were like, you know what, you are on your own. We're not going to be part of this nonsense. He even clashed with Justice Matlanga, the commissioner, where he said, you're losing it. You're now losing it. Commissioner was so angry. Commissioner Matlanga, I think he wanted to say, maybe you are confused. Commissioner, let me put it this way, or maybe you are not understanding me. You can see that he doesn't have good communication skills. Just from watching him speaking, he was all over. He introduced abbreviations, but at the same time, he did not understand what they stand for. He spoke about PESCO and SWAT, but when Commissioner Sesibaloi asked him what is PESCO, he didn't know what it stands for. Even with SWAT, he didn't know what it stands for. He knew nothing about those abbreviations. He was very confident when he said, no, I'm proudly ANC. You can't be a public official and be a politician. You can't. Public officials cannot go and say, no, I'm proudly ANC member. I'm proudly Action SA member, because they are going to fail to execute their work, or there'll be a conflict of interest, if you know what I'm trying to say. You can see this guy knows nothing about the policies of the EMPD. I was just really disappointed that he was nervous. I expected someone was going to be brave, at least, not this humble, because what we've heard, it's crazy. This guy is a criminal. He has murdered people. He's a murderer, according to the evidence that was submitted at the Matlanga Commission. Him acting humble there, it really is not going to help him at all. I'm sure the workers of the EMPD don't know this humble Mkhwanazi. He was just acting, because I remember when he was asked about River Spice, he got so angry. Now we've realized that this guy is arrogant. Even when he spoke about the labor relations head, Xolani Ngciza, he got so mad. I was like, no, chief, you need to greet me and all that stuff. You could see that this guy is arrogant, but he's trying to hide all of that. He also revealed shocking details there at the Matlanga Commission, because he said they work with securities that they don't even know the owners of the securities, but they work with them. So it happens sometimes that when they take people to court, the magistrate or the judge would ask the security company name, and they would not know. At some point, he was even denying his own memorandum. He was just denying everything, but at the same time, he ended up saying, no, I'm the one who wrote it, but he was just denying everything. Yeah, he kept on saying, no, I did not put the blue lights. I didn't put the blue lights of Matlala. But the commissioners came with evidence when he was busy denying his memo. Commissioner Khumalo was like, no, you can't say you don't know this memo, because you signed this memo. Even Kate Matlala signed it. So what do you mean? He kept on saying, no, it shouldn't be like this. There's 3 people above me who were also supposed to sign, to put a signature on this document, so this memo was not approved. Yet he signed it with Vusimuzi Ket Matlala. So I think this Julius Mkhwanazi is just lying to us. I'm really disappointed in EMPD, the people who were recruiting this guy. Talking about the HR people who were busy doing interviews, giving him positions there. This guy knows absolutely nothing about the scope of work that he's supposed to do. You can see that he knows absolutely nothing. And he revealed another shocking details when he stated that they were busy photocopying at Matlala's company, Medicare 24. But the municipalities have their own photocopying machines, they have their own papers, like they have everything, they are equipped. And he said they had a bill of about 300,000 rand. No ways. The Medicare was also swindling the municipality. It doesn't make sense at all that they would go and do copies at the Medicare. Why couldn't they do these things at the municipality? If these allegations are true, the Medicare swindled to the municipality and they had to pay them 300,000 rand. This is corruption. There's no way that you can do copies and do bindings of document and you'll tell me that the bill went up to 300,000 rand. That's a wasteful expenditure. There's another letter. He said River Spice submitted fraudulent documents there. They were fake, something like that. It's very hard to believe him because he was all over when the commissioners and also the leading evidence were busy grilling him, asking questions for clarity. He was just all over. He didn't want to respond to questions. That's when you know that you are not being honest. You know, when he spoke about the relationship that they have between VIP Cat Matlala and Medicare 24. In his memorandum, he says we have a working relationship with VIP CAT and also Medicare. Yet he says there was nothing formal. When the municipality asked, why should we suspend you? He said, CAT VIP is providing them technology. You know, they are working with them on the ground. They are working with those people. They are sharing resources. But when he was asked about it, he was like, no, it's nothing like that. We were going to get that technology after the memo was approved. I couldn't understand what he was trying to say. There are professional people who can do the job, but because you're a comrade, it's easy for you to get a job. And when you are there, you don't even bother to study and learn about the organization, learn about the policies, be proactive in the organization. You don't want to do that. You are this stupid person, dumb person who wants to abuse power. We've heard that Mkhwanazi killed people. He was a criminal in that organization. So he's trying to defend himself. I remember when he was asked about the vetting, he said a lot of things. No, the municipality was using a service provider that was private, and these people knew River Spice. Somehow they had a good relationship, or maybe River Spice was using this service provider. He was just trying to put that narrative that River Spice was going to benefit from that service provider, and he didn't want to do that. He wanted the government or the SAPS to do the vetting process. If he was really, really innocent, why couldn't he allow that service provider to do that vetting process if he was clean? If that process was going to be done by SAPS, maybe he knows other people. They were going to manipulate the process because he knows other people. That guy must just be arrested. We've had enough. This guy is a nuisance. He must be arrested. He's denying everything. When he realized that he's caught up in his lies, he would be like, no, I made a mistake. I didn't see it. He was busy submitting documents, submitting letters that he didn't even read, talking about letters he didn't even understand. I'd say 90% of his memorandum, he's saying, no, it was a mistake. He didn't mean it like that. You are a deputy chief of the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department, yet you don't even bother to read your memorandum, to check, to understand what you are writing. In some letters, he was like, no, even though Vusimuzi Cat Matlala said, I've signed a memorandum with the EMPD, an agreement with the EMPD. He said he overlooked all those things just because he wanted the cars. How is it possible that the private company can donate cars to the Metro municipality? Metro is big. It's clear Vusimuzi Cat Matlala was interested in blue lights so that he can do his shenanigans because this guy is a criminal. He was going to hijack cars, all in the name of EMPD. Or maybe he was doing that because Vusimuzi Cat Matlala is a criminal. He's not a businessman. I'll keep on saying that. This guy was busy doing, I think I've heard somewhere where he said he also did cash transit heist. He was arrested for robbery, but the charges were withdrawn because he knew Sinona, he knew Shadrach Sibia, he knew people in the SAPS. That's why his cases were withdrawn. Share your views on this one. Please like, comment, share, and like. Bye. See you on the next episode.